Hey everyone, my name is Saurabh, and today we are going to talk about Swagger. So, what is Swagger basically? Swagger is used to document your APIs basically. So, whenever you create some APIs like using MongoDB or MongoDB Express and Node, so or any API, it doesn't matter that which tech stack we have used to make that. It is very important to document that so that other people can use that API. But it is a very long process to document everything. Okay, so that's why Swagger comes around. Okay, this actually helps us to document our APIs in a very easy way, and also it gives us a UI kind of thing that which you can use to test our APIs also. It has some tools like this, like API design, API development, API documentation. It's API testing, API mocking virtualization, and all the other things that is you can know. You can see here. Okay, you can go their official website, that is swagger.io, and you can see that what they are offering. So uh, I'm gonna quickly show you the example that how it looks actually. So basically, this is the documentation which is done by Swagger. Okay, this is a live demo actually. As you can see here, there are so many methods you can see here: put, post, get. So once you learn this thing, you can actually document your APIs in this kind of thing. Okay, and with this great UI, and also it is very easy to use, as you can see, and you don't have to do this much of work for that. Like you have to use some normal comments. Like how Swagger works, let me tell you. Basically you write some comments, okay, and that comments actually a kind of keywords that are for the Swagger UI. Basically these are the packages, and what they actually do, it goes to your files and it's take out all the comments, and with the help of that keywords which is written in the comments, it's actually create this APIs around, like, okay, create this UI and all the things which we have defined in the comment. So let me quickly show you the notes which actually how to proceed with this particular thing. So as you can see, if you want to create this, like use this Swagger UI, we have to first we have to have a backend project where we have to this kind of whatever backend project, it doesn't matter. You have to have an index.js file where you have to provide all the configuration for this Swagger UI. Okay, so these are the options which you are going to use for this to set up our Swagger. Okay, so we need two packages basically. First, uh, two packages which is let me show you. This is Swagger UI Express and Swagger JS Docs. Okay, you already know about what is JS Docs. So basically JS Doc is a package which what it does, it actually takes your comments from the code, and it's actually create documentation from it. Basically JS Docs do that. So okay, so we need two packages, that is Swagger UI Express and Swagger JS Docs. And after that we have to set up our Swagger UI. So we have to create some options like definition, where we have to use open API, that is version 3.0.0. Okay, some information about your APIs, like what is the title of the API, like which kind of API is this, like it suppose it is a e-commerce API or whatever thing. Okay, version, which version what is the version of this API, like I'm going to document it first time. Okay, so of course I haven't done any other changes, so I will keep it 1.10. But in future, if I change something, like I have changed, I have added one API more, so we have to keep it like 1.0.1 or maybe 1.0.2, like that. Okay, and server. This is the thing where in which you can actually use your base URL. Basically, not use your base URL, but you put your base URL where there there can be many base URL. Like as you can see here in this, here you can see a schema kind of thing. As it is, one server will be there where you have to select the server on which server you want to test this particular API. So we have to provide in that particular configuration file, like on which what are the servers available for to test these APIs. And this is the folder where the APIs are present. Like suppose if I talk about, like, this is my uh, code, backend code, which I have created in first place. Now this is the folder where all the our APIs are present. Like we have routing from the index.cs file, so all the APIs are present here, like on register what we have to do, and on login what we have to do. Okay, so we have to provide this path in that particular configuration file so that it can take all the comments from here. Like if I write something here, uh like, okay, a kind of this kind of thing, then we have to, sorry, uh okay, something like that, you have to put comment like that. Okay, so whatever we write here, okay, whatever the keywords and configuration which is given by Swagger UI, whatever the things we will going to write here, it will going in this particular path and take these comments and make this kind of UI with that, which I have shown you here earlier, this kind of UI. And with those UI we can actually test our APIs. So let me just go that let me just tell you how we can start here. So we before doing anything, we have to first install the packages. So let me just install this Swagger UI. So go and say npm I Swagger UI Express. The next package is Swagger JS doc. Okay, npm I and Swagger JS doc. After installing it, we have to import these two packages. So what we're going to do, going to say const Swagger JS doc and Swagger UI. Okay, just import these packages. So uh, go to the index.js file now. Okay, index.js file. There you can set all the things, like we are importing the Swagger JS doc and Swagger UI from these packages. And okay, okay, yeah, it's working. Now what we have to do, we have to set the our configuration file. Okay, we have to set our configuration file. So here we have to simply go, and as you can see these options. Okay, so I will just code this now. Okay, basically to make sure that is it's working. Like also we'll debug and code. Okay, along with I'm sorry, I'm just trying to put this in this form. And yeah, so this is our file, and we are going to open a VS code along with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just click like that and just open the VS code also. Now we'll just close this, and now we are going to write these options. Okay, so we are going to say const options, and we are able to provide the definition, like which version of OpenAPI you are going to use. Okay, so definition, spelling definition. Okay, definition, and here we have to put OpenAPI and 3.0.0. This is the version which you are going to use of OpenAPI. Okay, and after that we are going to provide some information, like which kind of like which kind of API is this. Like for the for our API we have to put a title. So let's give a title, and these are the keywords. Okay, we can't just change, these are the configuration files, so you have to put this all the same keyword. So I'm going to give a title about Notes app API. Okay, Note app API. Okay, and we are going to give now version. What is the version of this API? So we are coding first time for this, so I will say 1.0.0. Okay, this is the version. And now we are going to provide server. Okay, server, and this servers is it should be an array. Okay, with servers, it should be an array basically, because there can be many servers, like one is local host and one which we have deployed, and maybe any other you have more servers which we have where you have deployed this. So you can test on any servers. Okay, so we have to do it in object every time we are going to provide servers. So Now there is one more server, then you have to put one more object where we have to put URL with that, something like that. Okay, but right now we are going to just use this local host. So I'm going to just put local host. Okay, so I will say http and localhost. Great. And just give the port. So this is our port and this is our website. Okay, our localhost website, not website, but it's a endpoint, or you can say base URL. So once it's done, we have to also provide now APIs. Okay, where it is? Yeah. Here we have to provide APIs. So what is APIs? Basically, the folder where all the routings are done, like nodes, user routers, wherever I am putting this. So we have to put this. So first we have to go first in routes. Okay, sorry, routes. And then all of the, like, this is star.js, like any name, any file with dot extension, .js extension will be considered. Okay, from this particular thing. So let's say .js, all the files with the js extension will taken out with this API. Okay, now yeah, now the second step is we have to create a variable called spec. You can name it anything, but specs are swagger specs. Okay, and we have to provide like a swagger UI, swagger JS doc basically. And we have to put the options, whatever the options we have to put in the swagger JS doc. And here we have to say const app.use. Sorry, this is a kind of middleware. So what is going to do, we are going to create an endpoint. Okay, API docs. What it will do, whenever we are going to hit this API point, our this swagger website will going to open, like swagger UI will going to open. It is created by swagger. So all of the APIs, all of the documentation of the APIs you can see there. So let's see const and not const, oh, sorry, app.use. And here you have to put that particular. Now it doesn't matter whatever you put, just put any name. Like I'm going to just put docs. Okay, docs. And you have to say swagger UI, swagger UI dot serve. It will going to serve that particular thing. And swagger UI dot setup. Okay, and we have to pass this swagger specs there. Swagger specs. Okay. It's done. The configuration is done. And now we are going to test this, that it is working or not. So what do you have to? You have to say npm run server, the server which you have set, and it is running. Okay, it's done. Now let's just go to the website, localhost 4000. So my API is working. Now let's just hit that endpoint. Like, okay, I'm going to say docs. As you can see, it is working. We are getting that particular documentation UI. And also you can see our servers, like where we are put it anything, like put anything, like whatever the URL we have, okay, for testing our APIs. And version which we have put like 1.0.0, my our like our API version which we are like we have done first time, so it is 1.1.0.0. Okay, and it's written in no operation defined in spec. So basically we haven't written anything for any like endpoints. So now we are going to use our user routes to define that what we are going to do with that. Okay, like registration, login. So we have to define that, or we can just go with the nodes also. Here we have get request also. So we can use that also. So let me just, okay. So above this, we have to do something like that. We have to write a double star command. Okay. So now, as you can see, once I like we have to keep like that. You have to keep 4 stars. Okay. in that comment. And if we enter, we will get something like that. So now let's start our documentation. Okay, so what I'm going to do, uh yes, okay. So here, so for the get request, as you can see here, for the get request, we have already written something like this comment. By this you can actually define like what is your endpoint going to do. So let's just start. Okay, I'm going to write @swagger, and this is a keyword, okay, by which it will going to recognize that this is a swagger comment, and it will going to take that particular thing. Now we have to define that which user point. So here you can see we have written users because when we are using users, but now what we can do here, we can simply go to the our index.js file, and you can see we are routing there. Okay, we are routing on the nodes endpoint. So we have to write this node endpoint. Okay, not just slash, where it is, nodes, like we are using their slash because we are routing, so it is a home page for that. Okay, but the main routing is done in the index.js file, so we have to write that endpoint, like I am going to write node. Okay, and after doing that, just give a colon and press enter. Okay, and press tab. Okay, every time you the tabs are very necessary. Okay, you have to use tab only. And by the tab it will going to specify the that particular thing, spaces. So we are putting the get request. Okay, so we have to put that get. Okay, now come down and just say tab, and after two tabs you have to write summary, that what this API is going to do. So I'm going to say summary, and summary should be this will uh, going to give you all the no yeah, just a second. This will going to give you the okay, give you the nodes of specific user. Okay, and after that we have to again press tabs and say tags. Okay, by this tag you can actually specify that which type of API is this, that user API or nodes API. So we are defining it for nodes API, so I'm going to keep it under nodes API, so I will say nodes. And we have to now define responses, like if there is response 200. Okay, like that means the API is working fine. So what we have to send to the user, so response. Okay, and we have to again press tab and to tab, yeah. So if it is 200, okay, if it is 200, we have to provide some description, like our API call is successful or not. So description we have to put. So of course if it is 200, it is successful. Description. Okay, just wait. Description. Okay, and sorry, and here we have to put that the list, not the list, but the nodes of specific user, like that, specific user. And now we have to put a like request content, like which type of content we are uh, putting there. So in description we have to set that up, so like that. Okay, just wait, we have to tap, and we have to put content, and the content should be like it is application, sorry, it is JSON thing. So we have to say application slash JSON. Okay, like when we are putting this into the header, that we have to put here. And Also you have to put schema. So what is basically schema? The thing which we are going to return, okay, in from the server, okay. So we have to provide some schema, that how, which kind of structure they are going to follow, like title, body, whatever that. So just give a colon and then you have to press enter and come again there, and here we have to provide a schema, and inside a schema we have to provide type, which type of this thing. So we are receiving the array thing, okay. All of the users data are array objects, so we have to put array here, okay. And then item, which type of item. So the item which we are going to give here, we have to refer it first, okay. Not refer it first, but we have to put this here item, like what kind of structure we are going to return. So instead of writing this in this, because it is very long, command, and that's why it is taking so much of space, we can write that schema above there, okay, like that. Yeah. So here you can actually write that. So I'm going to just copy this thing because it is a user schema and all. So you have to write one schema, just copy this, go above there and paste it here. Okay, it is not like that, so we have to write it manually, okay. So just comment one more time. So what we can do, we have to again provide swagger, and here we have to provide components, like components of the components, and then provide schema. So let's press tab and schemas. Sorry, the schemas. And we have to provide a name of the schema basically. So let's just put like I am going to use notes, so I'm going to say notes, okay, note. And where here you have to provide type basically, sorry, type, like what type of thing we are going to receive, okay. So let me just say one more time, that enter, like what type of thing we are going to receive. So object we are going to receive basically, okay. Like our schema is object, okay. So let's say object, sorry, type object, okay. And we have to set the properties also, like what are the properties of it, like it has id, name, email, age, whatever we are putting. So I'm going to say we have a properties, and those properties name we have to write under property. So in my note model we are using, go to the note, no, note model, and here you can see we are using three things, like title, body, and user, okay. And so just go there and no, I notes out and just provide that. Sorry, again we are using space. Don't use space, just use tab. uh, okay. Inside that we have to provide title, okay. And that title has a type, what type of that thing is. So basically our title type is a kind of string, okay. So so it is a type of string basically. Write type and say string. Keep in mind that string s should be small, otherwise it will going to give you error, okay. And let's just put description, like what is the description of it, like if it is auto generated or something, you can put there. But basically it is a title of, you can put a title of okay, let me check what is happening. Okay, title of note. Press enter, press tab. Now we are giving body, so we have to provide body. So write body, and in this body we have a type, and the type should be again string. And what is the description? Write that also, description, and put whatever the description is. So it is a body of note. Okay, like again you have to press enter, and okay, note. And we have to provide user. So what is user? Basically user ID is actually, it is a ID of the user basically. So let's tab, and type should be again string. It is string, and again the description should be description, and it should be user ID. Now it is done. Once it's done, like why it is just giving me some error. Okay, it is giving me some error, I don't know why. Let's see after some time. Okay, now it's done. We have to refer this path of this particular thing. Okay, so it is in the same file, so actually we have to refer this path of the thing. Okay, so if you go above, and you can see there we are referring the path. Okay, here we are referring the path. So in item you have to press enter and tab, and here we have to give a path. So say ref, and where it is present, so it is present hashtag slash components. Okay, components schema, and users. So we have put nodes there. Okay, we have put a note there. Okay, so just put note, and that's it. Now why this is giving me okay, just let me check the error once, then we will move ahead. So cannot, okay, random specification, SRC specification dot js. Okay, and cs node to string cannot read properties of undefined cst node. Okay, but it was running before that, I think. Hmm. Yes, actually I was put uh, one extra star there, that's why it's giving me the error, I think so. No, no, that's not the true story. Okay. I think that's the same problem, I think. Let's see, let's run our API first, then we will see. So we have to refresh this particular thing, and something is wrong there. I think it's not working. I don't know why it's not working, but slash note, and let's just go there at this localhost 4000. Okay, and just skip the docs. Okay, no operation is defined in a specify. Like we have done that already. We have, okay, just let me pause that. Okay, guys, I got the error. As you can see here, we have written the response 200, but we haven't provided the column here. That's why it is not working. Let's just put that and let's see now. It's still not working. One major error also, you have to provide you have to provide space after every colon. Okay, uh, just remember this one thing. So otherwise it will give you the error. So let's just put here we have also done that in object thing, as you can see here. Just provide one space after every colon. Otherwise it will give you the error. So let's just provide it. Let's just see now. It is again saying body of the nodes. So what happened? Multi-line double quoted string need to be sufficiently intended at line 11. Okay, here we have started, but we haven't actually put this code. So that's why it's giving us error. Now let's just say where a type string. Okay, yeah, you can see also it is giving me error on line 18. Go to the line 18. Line 18, no, not 18, line 10 actually. Line 10 here. Not here. Where it is giving me. Give me a period of string. Okay, the string. Okay, here. Let's just see now. Again, started server. Yeah, now it's running fine. Okay, we don't have any error. Let's just see now. Go to the API. Yeah, we get it. Okay, we get that. And as you can see here, if you open it, we have basically it's a get route, so we don't have any parameter right now. If you put that thing in that, so you will get all the user. You know, we have this schema, as you can see. If you open it, you can see there, and you can try it out, execute, execute. But basically, we are getting error, I think, because mm, we are not providing any kind of ID or something. That's why it is giving us error. So we have to also provide a token and what I can say, ID also. But this is the thing, like we can document our APIs by which so you can explore more like how we can use it. But the aim of the video is to show you that what is Swagger UI and Swagger documenting package like. So I think you get it, like how it is working. And thank you for watching this video. And I will make sure in future I will make a bigger version of this where we can test our whole APIs and all the things. But you can use this in your website APIs, and give to your friend or any collaborator that needs to get your API. Okay, it will help you out. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I know video is too long, I think. Thank you so much.